Two questions that I've asked thousands of people to help them manifest their desires more quickly, more easily, more effortlessly than ever before are these right here. Number one, what would you allow yourself to feel, or what would the feeling be like if you had what you want? It may be comfort, it may be joy, it may be success, it may be satisfaction, it may be relaxation, it may be relief, it could be anything. But what is the feeling that you get naturally as a response to the condition that you want being manifested, or the thing that you desire to have being yours now? The second question is, the majority of the time, are you feeling that feeling or something else? And the answer most often in people who are struggling or coming to me for my coaching can honestly admit to me and themselves in that moment that they are not feeling like that the majority of the time. And often it's not even close. So today I want to solve that problem for you, not only helping you to discover exactly what your feeling of the wish fulfilled is, the secret to manifesting your desire, but I also want to make it so clear that you can get into it and therefore begin to access it habitually and make what you desire manifest more quickly, more easily, and more effortlessly. So I wrote this up. It's so good. It should not be free, but it is because I love you. It's called Feeling Mastery, and it covers 10 of the most common desires people have and examples of what the feeling might be like to actually have that thing in your life, especially after experiencing the lack of it for the entirety of your existence up until now. So of course there's a little intro page here, and one of the most important things to mention is that, as Neville Goddard said, by feeling of the wish fulfilled is not meant emotion, but rather acceptance of the fact that the desire is fulfilled. This feeling that is the secret to manifestation is not about becoming high vibe 24/7. It's about an inner conviction that you have that what you want is actually yours. It can even be a quiet knowing or a deep sense that this is already done. The problem most people face is they're so focused on the outer, they're so attached to the thing, the house, the car, the amount of money in the bank account, that they don't ever really get to that feeling of satisfaction, that subtle inner knowing. So this guide is going to dive into the meat and potatoes of manifestation, what actually works, finding out what your desire means to you so you can feel into and embody that truth now and therefore make it your reality. Desire number one is a romantic relationship. Core feelings that I've had people bring up when I ask them what a loving relationship means to them are things like love, safety, connection. But the problem people have is actually getting into that feeling, because when people desire a relationship, especially if they have a SP, a specific person in mind, a lot of times their mind, their conscious mind, is so focused on the lack of that person, on the wanting, on the desiring, on the hoping, on the needing, on the hanging on their every action and word, that they have no sense of what fulfillment is like. However, all that craving and desperation energy will be dissolved when you understand how to tap into this feeling. Love feels like being seen and accepted exactly as you are. Safety feels like you can relax. You don't have to try, fix, or chase. You're already worthy and you're already enough. Connection feels like you're not alone in this world, like your heart is met with someone else's. You are seen, appreciated, and valued. Recognize that the version of you that has all of this, that feels this naturally, easily, and effortlessly on a daily basis, does not obsess over being chosen. They already feel chosen, and they walk through the world with that energy. They have that openness, that ease, that calmness about them. They're not anxious, checking social media or seeing if they have a text. They let it all go. They're in the moment. It's done. How much would you obsess over the person that you're already married to? It doesn't make any sense. They're yours. It's done. That also means they don't question their worth. They're already loved. They're already supported. They're already held. So when you make your goal not that person or that dream relationship, but rather to feel this way now, it clears the way for all your good to manifest for you. Desire number two, a luxury car. So the core feelings of having your dream car, a luxury car, can include feelings like freedom, power, and even pride. But what it really means is not about the car. It's about how you imagine that you'll feel once you have it. That's what's driving the desire. Freedom feels like being untouchable. You go where you want, when you want, with no limits or restrictions. Pride feels like you've arrived. You're no longer trying to prove anything because you know you're successful. Power feels like full control of your experience. You're not hoping for permission or waiting to be chosen. You're leading. The version of you who already owns this dream car doesn't feel like they're chasing success. It's natural to them. They are success. They're moving about confident, grounded, decisive, and unbothered by doubt. And more to that point, they don't feel like they need the car to feel like they're someone. They know that they're someone now. And once you master living from that perspective, that's when the car shows up. Because the car is just a physical manifestation that matches the vibration or the feeling that you have. Moving on to a beautiful home. Now, having your dream home can bring about core feelings of comfort, stability, expansion even. The truth behind the object that is the physical home is deeper than just the square footage, the design, the fact that it's perfectly new and gorgeous and this spacious and all of these things. Those are wonderful. But what you really want in all likelihood is a feeling of peace in your own space. Comfort feels like exhaling, like your nervous system can finally relax. You feel safe, grounded, and at ease in your surroundings. Stability feels like you're no longer in survival mode. There's consistency. You know your needs are met and you're supported. Expansion feels like possibility. You now have room to grow, room to create, and space that reflects your worth. The version of you that already has this doesn't feel like they're trying to find their place or their home in this world. They feel at home in the world now. There's no sense of I'm trying to get there. Instead, you walk around carrying yourself in a sense of security, certainty, self-worth, and that way of being makes even the most luxurious environments feel natural instead of distant or like you don't belong there. Tap into that feeling now, make it a habit. Anywhere you can, use everything as a trigger to get you back into the state of security and comfort and self-confidence, self-worth that implies you have your dream home to go back to each and every night. And that's the energy that creates whatever circumstances are necessary to manifest the home for you. The next desire is a big one, wealth. Shameless plug of my $7 abundance course here, by the way. It's a huge course, all kinds of bonuses inside, and it's only $7. That's like a cup of coffee. It's like half a Chipotle bowl. You can check it out in the description. Onward with the free value. So what does wealth feel like? Usually it's freedom, security, and ease about life. Those are the core feelings. For me, it's big on freedom. I even imagine myself like flying upward into space, just expanding beyond all possibility, beyond this planet, beyond this solar system, and just growing and just experiencing everything there is without limitation. And in fact, doing that short, simple exercise anywhere and everywhere actually created such a habit that I transformed my reality, 5xing my monthly income. It's insane. This year has been the most wonderful year of my life, and it's because of the ability to make feeling a habit. It's the ability to detach from circumstances, detach from complicated techniques, and make feeling the goal. So what does money really mean to you? Speaking honestly, when most people are trying to manifest money or a lottery win or a lump sum, they're operating from a lack mindset that says, I need this much to feel safe. In other words, they're looking for relief from the struggle of constantly needing money. The opposite of that struggle can be security. Security feels like knowing everything is taken care of. You're not bracing for impact or watching your account in fear. You feel supported and safe no matter what. Freedom feels like choice. You get to say yes to what lights you up and not just what you can afford. Ease feels like flow. You're not grinding or worrying. Things work out and you expect them to. The wealthiest version of you that already exists in the here and now moment, by the way, doesn't walk around frantic or in fear or wondering where the next dollar is going to come from. They have trust in life, in God within them. They make decisions from peace and not panic. They also know that there's always more where that came from. They're not thinking, okay, I got this much money, where's the next? What about the next bill? What about this? What about that? That fear is not a part of their mindset. So when you start to embody that wealthy energy, no matter where you are or what you're doing, in every place you go, then you start naturally taking the actions, making the choices, and attracting the outcomes that create your desired reality. Next up is beauty and attractiveness. This is going to be the last one I cover in this video so we don't drag on for too long. But of course, I recommend that you go through the rest yourself with the free PDF. What does beauty or attractiveness really feel like? Usually it's a sense of confidence, worthiness, magnetism. But the key is understanding it's not about having a perfect face or a perfect body. What it's really about, what it really means to you is how you think you'll feel when you believe that you're beautiful. Confidence feels like you cannot fail. You walk into a room knowing you belong. You don't compare yourself to others or shrink yourself down to make others comfortable. You own your presence. Magnetism feels like ease. You don't chase attention or approval. People are naturally drawn to your energy without you trying. Worthiness feels like knowing you deserve to be seen and admired. You don't question if you're enough because you know that you are. The version of you who already knows they're beautiful does not wait for compliments to feel good. They radiate from within, their confidence glows, their energy leads. And it's not something they're trying to earn, it's something they already believe in. And that is the key to making your beauty undeniable. So going down the list, the other desires that you'll find in the PDF are career success, moving to a new country, business growth, and a couple others. You can get it again in the pinned comment down below. Make sure you grab it, it's super valuable. A lot of people, when I first put this out, told me that it was life-changing, and I'm super proud of it, so it's an honor to share it with you. So I want to wrap this up and just kind of summarize for you, reminding you that every desire is actually pointing towards an inner feeling. It's not about the physical object or the physical circumstance that you want. It's about what it means to you. So when you realize that and make that inner shift, making it a habit to start feeling that way now, before that thing physically arrives, that's when you collapse the timeline. All time ceases to exist. You stop chasing and you actually step into the version of you who has it. Then reality has no choice but to catch up and to reflect that inner change, giving you everything you want and more. That's the true meaning of the wish fulfilled, not wishful thinking or emotional hype or staying high vibe 24/7, but rather a quiet inner certainty, a knowing that it's done. If you're ready to live from this space more deeply, more effortlessly, more consistently, to create the results you desire like a lazy god, without effort, without struggle, without any unnecessary action or wondering if you're doing it right. My detachment course will guide you step by step into the mindset and energy necessary to manifest with ease without overthinking or obsessing. Remember, you don't need it, but the results speak for themselves. You can snag it at the link in the pinned comment or the description. Next, if you want to learn about the core beliefs that transform my reality fast AF, watch this video right here. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I will see you next time. Take care.